expressed again today the national security concerns with the app. Why then did the president agree to appear in TikTok videos?
Again, we have not changed our national security concerns about the app.
Does it send the wrong message?
I know you want me to tell you more about this, but I'm just not going to get ahead of that.
Yeah, President Biden is facing backlash for appearing in a TikTok video with One Direction's Niall Horan after expressing security concerns over the app and banning it from government-issued devices. TikTok CEO Shou Zi will testify today on Capitol Hill over the app's national security risks. Meanwhile, the Wall Street Journal is reporting that U.S. state government websites are using trackers developed by the Chinese-owned app, writing that the presence of that code means the U.S. state governments around the country are inadvertently participating in a data collection effort for a foreign-owned company. I mean, Lee Carter, this cannot be any worse. Not only are we trying to come across as if we're worried about national security issues, but you've got President Biden in these videos, Democrats, Obama does TikTok videos all the time, and then you've got, inadvertent agreeing to allowing Chinese foreign apps to surveil in the country. It's unbelievable.
It's unbelievable. And when you look at polling with the American people right now, 65% of Americans think that TikTok is collecting their personal data. 75% think that TikTok is used to spread false information. 72% think that TikTok is bad for your mental health. 3/4 are concerned that this is owned by China and what China is going to be doing with all of this information. So you've got a really big issue, and then you've got the optics of Joe Biden doing a TikTok video on St. Patrick's Day is really, it's extremely tone deaf, but completely out of touch with the concern of the American people.
Well, part of it is because if you ban TikTok in America, it might hurt the Democrats. Let's face it. Young people are using TikTok, and they want to make sure to appeal to young people to get them out to vote.
Yeah, but
so he's thinking about politics once again in terms of the TikTok threat.
He is, but at the same time, less than 10% of people are not at all concerned about TikTok. So this needs to be dealt with. You can't just say it's all fine. I'm going to be really interested to see what the CEO of TikTok says in congressional testimony today. Is there going to be anything to say?
I know what he's going to say because I already met with him and I already heard what he's going to say. He's going to say that this is not a security issue and that he will be able to protect it and that he's not going to share information with the Chinese Communist Party. But it's very hard to believe because that's the law in China.
Yeah, look, this is maybe not overt like a balloon flying over the country. This is very covert. The terms and conditions are very clear. Every part of me as a parent of 2 teenagers wants this to be banned, but I'm going to argue that it's too big to ban right now. It accounts for $500 million worth of in-app purchases, almost $11 billion worth of advertising revenue next year. Advertising follows eyeballs, and there's just not enough bipartisan support to ban it. I just don't think it's going to happen. The Democrats don't want to let it happen. You see that they're using the platform. It's very split. Republicans, I'm all for it. Read the terms and conditions. I actually pointed this out to my teenage daughter. I said, read it right there. It says you're collecting all your data, your device data. It's going into your contacts. I read it again this morning. She's like, I don't care, Dad.
Wow.
What does it matter?
But that's
the 65% of people that think they're collecting our data don't realize that.
But it may matter later.
100%.
Depending on what they're collecting and the narrative that they're creating about her. But look, I have to underline what I said. This is about politics once again. Young people are on TikTok, and the Democrats do not want that ban going into another election.
Yeah, certainly. A lot of the Democrat politicians are on TikTok, and that's how they're reaching their audience. I want to touch very briefly on the 27 states that are inadvertently participating in this data collection.
Good.
There's nothing inadvertent about it. I have run social media ads for my business before on Facebook. A pixel is a line of code that somebody has to knowingly and manually go into their website and put that line of code in their website. So these 27 states, they knew they were adding that TikTok code to their website. So they can't play stupid. They can't say, oh, man, I had no idea they were watching me. You put the code on the website.
So this is all BS. They don't really care about national security.
No, they don't care at all.
Unbelievable.